guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be filming a makeup tutorial, which I have not done in a really long time. I've definitely been playing with makeup off camera, but I have not sat down and filmed on camera in forever, which is crazy. I think this might be like the longest time ever on my channel. But I know you guys have been enjoying the switch up of content lately, and I really have as well. I've been loving like filming and editing and uploading the content, so I'm really glad that you guys have been liking it. For today's video, since Thanksgiving is right around the corner, I thought it was only suitable for me to do a Thanksgiving makeup look, so I'm just basically going to be showing you guys how to catfish your family on Thanksgiving. But I know this look is super glam and super extra and over the top, so it's definitely not for everybody, but I thought I would do it anyway. If you guys aren't interested in seeing like my everyday makeup look that is a lot more simpler than this, then let me know down below and I will film that for you guys in the future. Before I do get into the tutorial, if you guys aren't subscribed to my channel already, then definitely be sure to subscribe. I am doing vlogmas this year. Fingers crossed that it does go as planned. I'm not sure how it's gonna go yet. I've never uploaded every single day before, but I'm super excited about it. I love vlogging for you guys, and I think you guys like them too. So if you're not subscribed, you definitely don't want to miss it. So be sure to subscribe before you go and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video. Also, if you guys end up liking this video by the end, then definitely be sure to give it a thumbs up so I know. But yeah, that's pretty much enough of my rambling. Without further ado, if you guys want to catfish your family on Thanksgiving, then please keep watching. So as you guys can see, I already did one eye off camera because I wasn't sure what kind of look I wanted to do, but I ended up coming up with this kind of orangey, purple, gold, like half cut crease, and I feel like it's pretty like Thanksgiving vibes, so I hope you guys do like it. We're gonna try and copy it onto this side, and I'm just gonna take you guys step by step and show you guys what I did. Also, you guys can probably tell that my face is way lighter than the rest of my body, and that is because I did self-tan last night, but I am gonna be matching my face later on once we get to the foundation. Lastly, before I get started, I did fill in my brows before filming as well, and I used the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Caramel, which I have been loving lately. But to start off this look, I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my lids, and what I've been using lately is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm almost out of it. I need to repurchase a new one, but I'm just gonna go ahead and lay this down and blend it out with my pink beauty blender. When I'm doing a more bolder look like this one, I lately haven't been setting my eye primer or the concealer that I laid down. I used to set it with a translucent powder, but I find that for looks like this, the colors turn out way more vibrant if I just apply the color straight on top of like the wet concealer. I just make sure that there's no creases in the concealer before I go in with my first shade. The palette that I'm going to be using today is, of course, the Jaclyn Hill palette. I just love this palette. I feel like it has every shade I could possibly need, which is why I use it in almost every single tutorial. But I also feel like this palette's really popular, so I feel like a lot of people who do watch my videos, there's a good chance that you already own this. So I want to be able to use palettes that you guys already have, so you guys don't have to go out and buy new ones if you did want to recreate this look. But even if you don't have it, they're pretty neutral tones, and I'm sure you can find similar tones in your collection. So the first shade that I'm going to go in with is this orange shade right here, and I believe it's called Creamsicle. I don't have the name sheet, but I'm pretty sure that is what it's called. And the brush that I'm gonna be using to apply that shade is the Morphe E27 brush. It's basically just like a fluffy crease brush. And what I like to do when I don't set my base is I just start by tapping on the color and just kind of depositing it and not really blending yet. And then after I get like a pretty even application, then I'll start blending it out. I also find that the shades almost blend out easier this way, which is kind of crazy because you would think the opposite, but for some reason they almost like blend out themselves when you use this technique, which is really, really nice. I'm taking this all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner because we're going to be doing a half cut crease, so we want to make sure the color is evenly deposited all around. Once I start to blend out the color, I'm just going to be doing small circular motions, and it basically just like seamlessly blends out itself. And then towards the end, I'm kind of going to do like a flicking motion. so we can kind of wing out the shadow towards the end. So now that I have a pretty even color laid down, I'm gonna move in with my next shade, and I believe the shade is called Pukey. It's kind of just like this pukey brownish color right here, and I'm gonna take this onto my Morphe M441, and I'm basically gonna place that in the exact same place. I'm gonna deposit the color first as well. I'm just gonna put this a little bit lower into my crease, but basically right on top of where we put Creamsicle. And then I'm just taking that same E27 brush that I used earlier, and I'm just blending over top of it to make sure there's no harsh lines. So after I'm done blending those two shades into my crease, I'm gonna go in with my next shade, and this shade is basically just like an orangey reddish shade, and I'm gonna be taking this onto a different brush as well. I'm gonna be taking it onto my Sigma. I believe it's the E25, but I've had this brush for so long that the name literally rubbed off of it. But I also have a discount code with them as well. It's just my name, Lamia, and it'll be listed down below in case you guys want a discount off of anything on Sigma. But I'm gonna be taking this brush and dipping into this color right here and placing this into my crease as well. Again, a little bit lower than those two shades that I just applied, but we're still gonna be winging it out towards the end and taking it from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner. I'm gonna go in with this brush right here and just blend out the edges. And any clean brush will work for this, just so you can blend out the edges and not add any extra color. And again, you can just go back in with the Morphe E27 brush and blend the top as well, so there's no harsh lines. Also, don't be worried if it's not fully blended. We're gonna be cutting out the crease, so the majority of this down here is going to be covered up anyway. Also, we are gonna clean up the edge with concealer, but we're just kind of making like a guide for the winged out shape of the eyeshadow. So that looks pretty good to me. I feel like it's pretty similar to this other side. So I'm gonna go in with our next shade, which is this deeper red color down here right underneath it. And I'm gonna be depositing the color again and packing it on, and then blending it out with the Morphe M433. But the brush that I'm gonna be using to pack it on is the Lexi 235 blending brush. And to cut out the crease, I'm gonna be using the Morphe M170-4. It's just a super thin and flat brush. And the technique that I like to do is I actually apply concealer at the bottom of my lid first, and then I look up and it'll hit my lid exactly where it needs me to cut the crease. That way when I open my eyes, you can still see it. It's a really good technique for people with hooded eyes as well. And that way the cut crease is still visible and the shadow doesn't transfer or anything like that. Once my crease is cut, I'm just gonna wipe off whatever is remaining on this little brush, and I'm just gonna kind of feather out the concealer so it blends seamlessly into the eyeshadow and we don't have like that abrupt ending. So I'm gonna go back into the Jaclyn palette again, and I'm gonna take this shade down here at the bottom. It's just a really deep purple shade. It's like almost black. And I'm gonna be taking this shade onto this small Lexi brush. It's a 215 small angle brush, and we're kind of gonna mess up what we just did, but it's totally okay because we're gonna go back in and cut out the crease again. So I'm gonna take that purple shade onto this brush, tap off the excess, and you want to start with a small amount and then kind of build it up as you go. That way you don't do too much at once. But I'm basically just going to be putting this right on the edge of where the crease is. And if you get a little bit of the purple onto where you cut the crease, it's totally okay because we're just going to clean up that line again one more time once we're done. And now I'm just cutting the crease one more time. Again, I know it looks crazy, but once it's cut out, it's going to look much cleaner. So now that I've cut out my crease for the second time, we now have like a nice crisp line, and there's a clear separation between like where the crease is and where the lid is. So I'm gonna take that same brush, the Morphe M170-4, and I'm gonna go ahead and spray this brush with some setting spray. That way we can get the most payoff out of our color. And I'm gonna go back into the Jaclyn palette and take this gold shimmery shade right here, which is super pretty and nice for the holidays. And I'm gonna start with this brush so it's more precise and I can get really up where the edge of the crease is. And then I'm gonna go in with a Sephora flat shader brush and apply it as well. So with this same brush, I'm gonna go back in and take this deeper bronzy shade right here. And I'm just gonna place this like more towards the outer part of the lid. This isn't necessary, you don't have to do it, but I just kind of like how it makes a little bit of a gradient. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my brush again and dip into that color and place it right on the outer part of the lid. And I'm gonna combine this red and this more darker red down here, and I'm just gonna put this onto my outer V to kind of start adding some color to the outer portion of my eye and deepen it up a little bit. And I'm lastly gonna take this deeper purple shade that we use to define the crease a little bit more, and a super small brush. I'm gonna take the Morphe E36 brush. It's just a small pencil brush, and I'm going to pat this onto my outer corner and then blend it out with that Sigma brush as well. So you can totally leave the look right here if you like it like this, but I also wanted to add like this little line right here. I'm gonna be using the Stila Magnificent Metals, the Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow, and mine is in the shade Bronze Belle, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna take this super tiny paintbrush and I'm just gonna line where the cut crease is and then just stop right about here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and curl my lashes first. And then I'm going to apply the Sigma Sinuosity Lash Mascara, so I have a nice coat of mascara on my lashes. Today for lashes, I'm going to be using the Lily lashes in the style Mykonos, and I'm going to be applying them with my Esquito Lash Glue. It's super, super nice. It's like my favorite lash glue at the moment. And while the lashes dry, I'm just going to use my Esquito liner. It's a gel liner, just a black one. And I'm going to apply this to my tight line. That way my lashes and my tight line mesh well together and there's no gap. So that's about everything that I'm going to do for my eye makeup. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to my face. I'll do my lower lash line after I'm done doing my foundation and everything. So I'm gonna start out by priming my skin. I'm gonna be using two different primers. I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Hangover primer as well as the Hourglass Veil primer. And also I did moisturize my skin before filming, so it's already moisturized. I'm going to be using the Hourglass Stick Foundation as well as the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This one is a bit darker, which will help match my self tan. It's in the shade Golden. And this one is in the shade 2W2 Rattan. I'm mainly going to be using this one with just a little bit of this one mixed in. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over my face and then blend it in with my Pink Beauty Blender. And you guys have watched me do my face makeup a bunch of times, so I'm not going to be like too in depth with what I'm doing. So I did want to mention to you guys that I am 99.9% sure that I am going to be doing Vlogmas this year, which I'm really excited. I've been watching a few Vlogmas from last year, videos that I really liked in the past, and kind of getting like inspo for things that I can do with you guys, because on a typical day in my life, I don't really do that much. So I do feel like it's gonna be a little bit harder for me to like keep it entertaining. But for me personally, a lot of the ones that I like watching, a lot of the time they're just kind of sitting in the car and talking, which personally I really like that a lot because I feel like I'm just kind of hanging out with the person. So that probably is going to be what most of my Vlogmas is like. I do have like a few ideas for things that I can like take you guys to go do. Like I do want to go to the Night of Lights this year in St. Augustine, and then obviously some decorating videos and stuff like that. But if you guys do have any ideas, I know that somebody mentioned they want to see me go to like restaurants and stuff, which I'll definitely have that in my Vlogmas. But if you guys have anything that you guys would like me to do during Vlogmas, then definitely let me know down below because I'm totally open to ideas. It seems like I've really been liking mixing my products lately because I've been literally mixing everything together. I don't know why. It's totally not necessary. If you have one product that you really like, then just go in with that one. But I've been really enjoying mixing these two concealers together. It's the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium Honey and the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Nude. And I usually put this one towards the inner corner of my eye because it is a little bit more full coverage and like heavy duty than this one. Don't get me wrong, this one's super full coverage as well, but the Shape Tape is like literally like the best concealer ever. And I'm also going to be applying the Born This Way on my chin, my nose, and the center of my forehead. I do this first before doing my under eye concealer because I like to blend out my under eye concealer last. That way it doesn't have any time to crease, so I can set it right away with the translucent powder. And I'm also going to be using this concealer to clean up the outer edge of the eyeshadow and make it more of like a sharp line. I did order the Morphe and James palette, which I'm really excited about. I do realize that my review is probably going to be up like really, really late, and there's probably going to be a bunch up already, but let me know if that's something you guys are still going to be interested in, because I really do want to film it still, because I actually genuinely enjoy filming like first impression and reviews on products. So if you guys would still be interested in that, then definitely be looking forward for that video and let me know down below. So right after blending out my under eye concealer, I'm going to be setting it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm also going to be setting my nose with the same powder. And so the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Veil translucent powder. I like this one because it's not as like drying as the Laura Mercier one, and it adds a little bit of a sheen. So I'm going to be setting my chin with this, the center of my forehead, and also kind of the rest of my face where I'm going to be contouring later. I'm going to go back in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to bake down the sides of my nose. It's going to serve as a guide for my nose contour later on, and it's also going to help clean up the sides of the contour once I do. So I'm going to go ahead and let that sit from now. So for contour, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. This has been my favorite contour ever. It's like the only one I've been using. I still really like Hoola and the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but this middle shade right here has been like my go-to. So I'm going to be taking this onto my Morphe M523 brush, and I'm just going to contour my cheekbones, the top of my forehead, and my jawline. And I'm also going to go in with the smaller Lexi 207 medium angled shading brush to contour my nose and underneath my lip and my Cupid's bow. While all the powder sets on my face, I'm going to be doing one of my favorite steps of my makeup because I feel like it makes the world of a difference. I'm going to be taking this banana shade in the Kat Von D palette with my beauty blender, and I'm just going to be putting this brightening powder underneath my eyes, and I feel like it really adds dimension to the face and brightens up the under eyes, which I really like a lot. And I'm also going to be going in with some blush, so I'm just going to take the Benefit Dallas Box Blush and apply this to my cheekbones. I've been loving this brush for my blush lately. It is the Dust 4101 from OFA. It's not Ofra, but OFA, like O-F-F-A. And I got it in my Beautycon bag, and I'm obsessed with it. It's like so perfect for blush. Even as a contour brush, it'd be really nice. But I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to my cheekbones. I'm also gonna go into the Jaclyn Hill palette again and finish off my lower lash line. So we're gonna basically take all of the shades that I put into my crease and smoke them out under my lower lash line. So I'm going to start out with Creamsicle, and then I'm going to go in with the Pukey shade, these two red shades right here, as well as this dark purple shade down here, but I'm going to be taking this shade on the Sigma E15 flat definer brush. That way I can really get it precise and defined right underneath my lower waterline. To highlight my inner corners, I'm going to take this first shade right here in the Jaclyn palette with my Sigma E30 brush, and I'm going to spray this first with some setting spray, that way I can get the most color payoff again. And then I'm going to be applying this to my inner corners and my brow bone. I also want to line my inner waterline as well to make it look a bit more smoky. So I'm going to take this Mosquito liner again, just the black one, and I'm going to line my waterline. And normally I would just go ahead and put on my lower mascara, but I'm going to go ahead and set my face first because I find that sometimes when I put my lower mascara on and then spray my face with the setting spray, it'll transfer to my like under eyes, which I don't like. Now that my face is set, I can apply some mascara to my lower lashes. And I'm obviously going to highlight my face as well because we obviously want to be glowing and blinding on Thanksgiving. So I'm going to be using my Emery highlighter with Anastasia Beverly Hills and my Anastasia A23 brush. I'm going to be spraying this brush as well so I can get it a bit more vibrant. And I'm going to apply this to the high points of my face. So I of course just have my lips left, and I'm super excited about lips today because I actually have some new ones to try with you guys and kind of give you guys like a mini review on them in this tutorial. So my friend Karen actually came up with her own cosmetic line called Karen Can Rock Cosmetics, and she has 4 lipsticks out right now, and she actually sent all of them to me, which I'm super excited about. Thank you so much, Karen, if you're watching this, for sending them to me. I will have her Instagram link down below of her cosmetic line and the website down below where you guys can buy these if you're interested. But the names of these are all so cute. I'm obsessed with them. So this first one right here that I'm going to show you guys is called Latina, and it is this bright orange color, and I'm going to go ahead and swatch it for you guys so we can see what it looks like. And I believe that these lipsticks do dry down matte, which I love, but look how vibrant and pretty this color is. I am self-tanned right now, so I feel like this would look super stunning with my tan that I have on. Like, it would make my tan stand out even more. And even for Thanksgiving, like if you wanted to add this lipstick on the eye, like kind of outline where I did the glitter, I feel like that would be super pretty as well to add like a pop of orange, because I feel like orange is like very Thanksgiving vibes, you know what I mean? This is what the packaging looks like, and it says Karen Can Rock It, and on the bottom it says Latina, which is the name of the shade, and I think it's so cute. The next shade that I'm gonna show you guys is this one right here. It's a metallic lipstick, which I don't have a bunch of them in my collection, but this one is stunning, so I'm excited to try it. It is actually called Famous, so we're gonna go ahead and swatch this one right next to Latina, and that one is so vibrant and pigmented as well, which I definitely appreciate, and it almost looks like it has like a blue reflect to it. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up on camera or not, but it's so stunning, and anything with like a blue undertone will make your teeth look whiter, which is definitely a plus, so I'm really liking this one as well. And then I also have another metallic lip to show you guys, which is in the shade Gold Digger, another super cute name. And this one, it has like really pretty gold reflex, but overall it's like more of like a pink, like a light pink shade, but oh my god. I don't know if you guys can, oh my god, it's so pretty. So this one right here definitely has a gold reflect, hence the name Gold Digger, but I love shades like this. I feel like this shade even all over the lid would be super stunning as well. I know that her line does have really safe and natural ingredients. I definitely think that this one would look a little bit better on lighter skin tones, but again, on the eyes, on the lid as like an eyeshadow, I feel like this would be so stunning, even with like a cut crease like this one. The last shade, which I do believe I'm gonna be wearing today to complete this look, it is called Stone, and this one is more of a nude with like a pink undertone as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this. It's kind of like a mauve, like a purple dark nude. So this color is definitely up my alley. If you guys know me, then I wear colors like this like almost every single day. I love nudes like this. All of these shades are super vibrant and stunning. She really did a great job with like the formula of these, and they're so pigmented. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Stone to complete this look, because I feel like it'll look like a nice neutral nude to complete the look. Underneath the lipstick, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my MAC lip liner in the shade Whirl, and then I'm just gonna apply Stone right on top. So it definitely turned out a bit more pink than I expected. It's so stunning on its own, but I feel like I don't really have enough pink in my eye for it to match. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Kylie Cosmetics Like Gloss, which is more of like a brown nude gloss, and I'm gonna place this right on top. That way it can match the eye a bit more. This combo is honestly so cute. I really like it with the gloss on top. So that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy this makeup tutorial, and if you guys do recreate this look, then please be sure to send it to me. I would love to see. All of my social media is always linked down below, so you can tweet it to me or DM it to me. Also, please don't forget to check out Karen Can Rock It Cosmetics, because her lipsticks are so stunning and I think you guys would love them. I hope you guys do have an amazing Thanksgiving and spend it with your friends and families and loved ones, and I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and being subscribed and watching my videos. It honestly does mean the world to me, and I'm so thankful for all of you. You guys are definitely one of my biggest blessings, so thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I hope to see you guys next time.